Hi, this is Emily Leapart from Art from the Heart, and today I'm going to share a video using Paper Smooches stamps. I'm going to show you how I get ideas and inspiration from these stamps. What I do when the stamps are released is I print out the images and I tape it up right next to where I work in my studio. I also tape up a copy right above the kitchen sink because I'm just in the kitchen a lot. And just having these images to look at allows me to think of ideas in my head during the day, even when I'm not downstairs working in my studio. So today I'm going to show you how I worked with one of my favorite stamp sets, Smarty Pants, from the March 2012 release. I really love this set because it has this funny little professor and you could pretty much do anything with him. What I usually do to get more ideas is I stamp out several different images of each little stamp in the set, and then I trim them out so that I can move them around and see what they do. You've already seen in one of my cards posted on the Paper Smooches blog where I actually trimmed a bit of the polymer around his foot so that I could actually manipulate it and balance him on the stack of books like that. So I'll show you here what I did. And there's always a little bit of excess rubber around there, so just trim around there very carefully, and you can, if you compare the two sides, you can see the difference. And I also trimmed between his stick and his hair so that his arm can have a bit of movement as well, in case I wanted his arm to be further out like this. And I'll show you. And this is what it looks like when it's stamped. So this is one when he has his foot out, and this is one where he has his arm out, and this is just regular. So there's 3 versions of this professor that you can have now. And when you cut out these images, you can move them around and you can do so many things with him. So I had, of course, the one where he's standing on the books like that, coming out from the side of the card. And he can also be wearing the hat. It's so much easier to visualize when you have all these pieces. He can balance, say you had a basketball or a football, he could even be balancing that on the tip of a stick. He doesn't have to be a regular teacher, he could be a gym teacher. He could also be a music teacher. I noticed in a few of the sets that there are music notes. In my Peeps, also in Perpetual Bliss, there's 2 music notes there, and there's also one in Santa Paws right there as well. So there's a lot of options with this guy. If you wanted to make masculine or even Father's Day cards, what you could do, actually, you could just trim the stick out of his hand quite easily. And he's got 2 pinchy fingers, so you could put stuff in his hand, like an apple. You could turn this into a thank you card, a regular teacher card, a get well card. You could put a flower in his hand and you could say happy anniversary or I apologize. You could have him go fishing. There you go. The fishing rod is from my guy. He could be a handyman, although you might want to reverse stamp the hammer so it doesn't look like he's hitting himself. And you could put the ruler from the Smarty Pants set in his hand. So there are so many different options when you cut out all the images and actually be able to visualize what you can do with them. With the accompanying smaller images, you could make quick and easy cards just by moving them like this and then choosing a sentiment. Congratulations right under that group of images would look great. And you can also, if you cut multiple images of one, you can visualize them as banners. You could even stamp A's or A pluses using alpha dots. Or you can use apples in between the banners. You can create little fences using the crayons. And you don't have to stamp them all on the same boring white color of cardstock. You can use different colors. That way you can see your favorite color combinations or even rainbows. You can use multicolored ink on white paper just to make it more interesting. You can use that as a fence, or even, oh, that looks actually like a row of houses now to me, and the bus could be going by. And you can make different patterns. You can see all that. So different patterns, and then, you know, choose an appropriate sentiment. These could be so many different things. Okay, so I'll show you some of the ideas that I came up with. I made cards to show you how this apple card came together. I actually made this one. It became a get well card. So there's how that idea came to fruition. And then use the regular guy. He's a music teacher or just a musician or a rocker maybe. He's tapping his foot, and I came up with this card. The disco ball is from one of the CHA releases. Now, this one is called Whirly Gigs, and when I looked at this I thought of it as a golf ball or a disco ball. And I actually used the platform that he's standing on. It's actually the top of this speech bubble from He Said, She Said. And while I was using the music notes from my peeps, I was looking also for something to hang the disco ball from. So I decided I would use the flamingo's feet. Okay, well, that's it. I hope this helped, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.